Een unfinished painting. Wij zijn zojuist op de crime scene geweest. En we gaan kijken wat er gaat gebeuren. Flora's Tower. Achievement unlocked. Nou, wat is dit voor chick?
Vreemde haarstijl. Zij heeft gevraagd.
Flora Fellow?
Oké.
Hey,
Gesprek dit.
sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing.
Oké.
What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
Ja.
For now. Flora Fellow?
Oh, dit is de vraag die we net gesteld hebben. Daarom stond hij afgevinkt.
Hey,
Oh.
sorry to barge in.
Ja.
I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We kunnen dit ook niet skippen.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
We kunnen dit gewoon skippen.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
Welke other people?
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried. Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya? She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Ik had net even de indruk dat op het moment dat zij omhoog keek dat het antwoord ja was en naar beneden keek dat het nee was. Maar wat dan die wapperende haren betekenen, dat weet ik niet.
Ja.
Maar we worden hier niet veel wijzer van. Kijk,
Anything we
hier.
should know? Any hobbies? Besides staring out the window?
Oké.
Were you close with Freya? How are you two related?
Dat kunnen we, ja.
Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire.
Ja, je moet het vragen, toch?
I don't even think she's listening.
Flora en
Oh,
Freya.
she's listening.
Kijk, dit hebben we ondervraagd. We kunnen al die items ook nog vragen. Denk ik.
Did you ask Freya to paint this? Or was it her idea?
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora? Some people have been saying it's a knife.
Kijk, dan keek ze naar beneden.
Ogen dicht.
Ja, je kunt er allemaal niks mee. Nee. We hebben alles gebruikt en gedaan wat er hier is.
Oké.
Oké, hier hebben we nog die grammofoon spelen.
Is that a gramophone?
It is.
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
En wij hebben een tape
It's
gevonden.
also got a big crack down the middle.
Ja. Kan ik zeggen, ik heb dit ding. Ik wil die damage tape daarmee gebruiken. Oh, hey. Inzoomen op dingen is ook nog een ding. Maar ik lijk niet dingen met elkaar te kunnen gebruiken. Is er een roosje op? Zie je dat?
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
Wat?
To Freya. Het is een mixtape
Mogelijk.
van iemand die haar leuk vindt.
Dat deden ze.
To Freya. Er zit ook een crack in.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
Hoe?
Hoe dan? Try it.
Oh. Ja, dan weer eerst to Freya erin, hè?
Ja.
It's piano music.
Oké. En die andere? Vogels.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Oké, daar worden we niet veel wijzer van. Hier staat een kist.
Freya's painting supplies.
Ah,
They're all cracked down one side. Bergje, golfjes,
misschien
dingen.
is dat wel... Als in, er is iets gebeurd daar, waardoor alles aan die kant kapot is.
Dat er van buitenaf iets is gekomen. Er is ook een oog in het dak. Zeg je dat?
Nee. Oh ja.
We're at the top of the tower, right?
I think so. Why?
Doesn't matter. It's nothing.
Oké.
Toen die blue vlek op de grond was.
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle.
Ja.
No real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
Yeah.
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she
Yeah.
fell.
Let's check the case file again.
Dice well played. No weapon was found. Red color. Hier is geen bloed. Zie je dat? Maar waarom is dit inzoom ding een ding? En waarom kijken we hier nu naar? Ik weet het niet. Lying on her back, dat zei ze ook. Single stab wound. The red color is not paint. It was discovered to be blood.
En die kwast hadden we al bekeken?
Ja,
Oké. En dat ei?
ook.
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary object.
I think it's a container for something.
Kijk, we moeten
Those
een
gems
trucje
look
doen.
like they come off.
Maar hoe weten we wat waar moet? We kunnen dingen omwisselen, maar we weten niet wat waar
Waar
moet.
verbonden zijn. Misschien dezelfde kleur met dezelfde kleur?
En hier ook.
Oh,
It's
dit
some
is...
kind of clue about where
Yeah.
to put the gemstones.
Oh,
Ja, dit moeten we met elkaar verbonden.
dit moeten we aan de andere kant doen.
Ja.
Het is gewoon gespiegeld, zie je dat?
Paars, ja.
Paars moet daar en geel moet daar. Dan zit er naast... Nee. Hier zitten er 3 op een rij en hier maar 2. Bochtje met hoekje. Ja, dat is dit. Dit is een
Ja.
bochtje met hoekje. Rood aan de korte kant. En
Groen.
groen aan de lange kant. Die is nu goed.
Ja.
Dan hebben we een lange dingetje, is paars met paars. Deze, paars met paars. Oh ja, wel.
Oh.
Dat is kapot schieten. Met die bocht paars en blauw.
Dat zijn nu die twee blauwe.
Paars en blauw. Deze hebben we nog niet gedaan, hè? Dat is deze, ja.
Ja.
Dus die zoek op een hoek is paars en geel. En dus die andere, deze is geel met groen. Ja, die groen hadden we al geplaatst. Of hadden we deze al geplaatst? Nee, die boven hadden we al geplaatst. En dan hebben we nog deze, blauw en rood.
Ja, maar dan is de volgorde niet goed.
Van blauw en rood niet.
Of van een andere niet. Als in het uiteinde... Die klopt.
Blauw zit aan het lange stuk.
Ja.
Deze, paars en paars, dat kan niet anders. Geel en groen, die hebben we nog niet naar gekeken überhaupt.
Is dit goed?
Oh ja, groen aan het korte stuk. Die andere, groen en rood, die klopt ook. Moeten we hier drukken op, los het op.
Oh, that was it.
Nee,
Nice work.
Lekker.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. And empty egg is a clue, right?
Empty egg.
een lining, oké.
Misschien is er iets gestolen.
Misschien kunnen we haar nu vragen naar dat ei.
Mogelijk. Ginny, wat is deze ei?
Flora, this is your egg? Why do you keep it locked?
Is there supposed to be something in there? Or is it always empty?
Daar kunnen we niks mee. Tape kunnen we niks. Nee, daar vragen ze allemaal niks
Is
mee.
this your gramophone?
Die vrouw zegt niks.
Do you know why it's cracked?
Ja, ik denk niet dat we hier iets gaan vinden. Nog wel is dit een luik.
That's the only door in and out of the room.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
Dus die deur is ja, waait, denk ik.
Ah, nee, eruit geblazen, want alles is gecrackt aan één kant. Dus er is iets gebeurd.
Half the room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open window. It's more like the sudden absence of wall.
Oké. Vlag, is dat nog wat?
Half the room is a
I don't know if you can call it the sudden absence of wall.
Kunstwerk aan de muur.
It's so dark back there.
Somehow the sunlight doesn't seem to be making it very far into the room.
Plantje.
A little pot plant, balanced on the window ledge.
It's the only plant in the entire room.
Hoe kan dat plantje daar zo staan als de hele boel kapot
Ja,
is?
dat is een achter het schilderij staat.
Kunnen we lopen? Ja.
Ja,
Even op zoek naar aanwijzing. Workshop.
een man.
En een Aladdin-lamp.
It's a magic lamp. Can we summon the genie?
If we get really stuck, sure.
Een slapende man.
Het is nu wakker.
Sir?
Dude.
Hij
Can
praat
you
ook al
hear
niet.
me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
Well, I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer
Natuurlijk.
slash treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of
Hij is op
destiny
zich wel
take me.
gespierd, maar hij heeft ook een dikke pen.
Yes, well, the fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora
start.
the way she is...
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Oké.
Oké.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here.
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire?
Maar waarom helpt
We're
hij ons
done
niet?
here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
Oké.
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right, fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs.
Hey, dit is belangrijk.
Just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor
Moet je dit
Porter.
onthouden allemaal?
Yes, so I
Dat
escorted
denk ik
her.
niet.
We went into
Ik mag
Flora's
hopen
room.
dat...
Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Oké.
Dearest Flora, a remarkable woman. Yes, been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
Of course. What a question.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak. She's had it her
Independent
whole
streak.
life. She's the youngest of three. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself, away from the company of other humans.
Other humans?
Well, yes, other people, you know.
Zou zij geen mens zijn dan? Is dat wat hij zegt?
You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
Oh ja, we niet vragen over hem zelf.
Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so
Wood carving.
good with dear
Zoals dat
Flora.
harpenbeest
Freya and
buiten.
Flora were close?
Harpenbeest, ja.
Oh yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall.
Ja, die hebben we gezien.
You should take a look at it.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
Oké.
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall.
Hij weet wel iets.
I'm as confused as you are.
Oké.
It would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange,
Dat
aren't
is wel
they?
waar.
The emotion
Moderne
of the
kunst zegt
piece
vaak.
taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at.
Ja, nou, dat is niet zo gek.
Die plant
It's
staat er
unlike
ook.
her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ah, yes. So we shall.
Ja, ik vraag gewoon
Flora's
overal naar,
quite
denk ik.
fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do.
Does Flora normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Rules to live by.
Ja, ik vind dat logisch.
Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
Ik zie ook.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Poppy. To Freya.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Want Poppy is van mijn bandjes, blijkbaar.
Blijkbaar.
What's this?
Ik schrijf wel een
my
beetje mee.
case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're
Bunch.
bound by the limits of what's written in this little document? Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting.
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family originally. Dear Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's owned by you? By the fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
And who named it Tangle Tower?
Flora chose the name.
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at all. Something of a fresh start.
From what?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away, Flora changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome, yes, less likely to come back.
What?
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it?
Nou, dan hebben we hier die man ook uitgehoord.
Ja.
Wat is dit, een kaart?
Maar
Nice.
nog een raar
A real
ding
treasure
van
chest.
les.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
Oeh, code.
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
Use the treasure map to discover the combination.
Oké, oh, dit is HI, dit is I4.
Dus draakje,
Oh, je moet
palmboom, berg.
Ja.
Draakje. Waar zit een... Draakje, palmboom, berg zit hier.
Hier, draakje, palmboom, berg. Dat is een kruisje. Die zie je ook, ja. Maar,
Oh ja, dus dan is een combinatie dat ding wat in het midden zit.
Ja, dan is het draakje, palmboom, dan is het I4 en dan, ik denk... En je moet ook noordwest, oh, dat snap ik niet. Zou het dan zout zijn omdat het kruisje beneden zit?
Maar zoeken we het kruisje.
Waar ligt het schat?
Discover the combination. Ik denk dat het hier... Dat dit het vakje is wat we moeten hebben. Allemaal ertussenin. En de schat is beneden. Dus dan zeg ik I3, zuid.
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map? And what about that painting on the chest itself?
Wat? I4 zuid?
Still locked.
I think there's a connection between the... Like there are different versions of this.
Ja, maar dit is wel... Nee, vogeltjes hebben we niet.
Waar hebben we vogels?
Hier zijn vogels.
Oh, boven de palmboom. Boven de palmboom. Even kijken. Hè?
Want ik denk dat het met de afstanden misschien... Kijk, want die draak zit niet op dezelfde lijn als dat dingetje.
Nee, je hebt gelijk.
Dus die draak zit onder het eilandje. Maar we hebben nergens... Tenzij de kaart gedraaid is.
Ja,
Dus de vraag is met die Noordwest-Zuidwest is hoe is de kaart gedraaid?
dat kan wel inderdaad. Dan kunnen de vogeltjes...
Dus dan zou het hier kunnen zijn.
Ja.
Dat het... Wacht, die vogeltjes op de voorgrond zitten van dat ding. Dat zou kunnen dat het hier is, want die zit voor die. Ja, dat klopt. En die zit dan daar.
is het die. Ja.
Dus dan is het... Maar dan zoeken we dit plekje er tussenin of zoeken we het kruis?
Het kruis zoeken.
Het kruis is dan deze,
Ja.
H6.
6.
En die staat dan west.
Ja, het kompas snap ik ook niet helemaal.
There we go.
Lekker.
H6 west. Doe maar slim, man.
What was in the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
En daar hebben we nog niet naar gekeken. A child with green hair, a woman with grey hair, a red and white bird, a broad-shouldered man,
Precies dat die man.
hand-painted,
Not skillfully applied.
a pot of red paint and a brush is laying nearby. The brush has dried red paint on it. Kunnen we dat nou vragen bij die man?
Now you found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded
Oh, yeah,
by all
indeed.
her favorite people.
Oké.
A little hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
Ja. Maar dit is gewoon, die man is houtkunstenaar.
The entire room is made of wood.
Oh, it's not just made of wood. I think it's the actual hull of a ship.
Ja.
It's a drinking horn.
Is it full of ale? Or mead, maybe?
Right now, it's just full of dust.
Oh.
Kunnen we niet meenemen? Een pufferfish.
Blokvis.
Fish?
Dit is niet een blokvis.
Yes. It's also a lamp, for some reason.
Ja, ik denk dat we hier mee
The
zo te zien
entire
hebben.
room is made of
No,
wood.
it's not just. I think it's the actual hull of a ship. An old wooden mask.
Probably cursed.
Properly cursed.
Shelf junk.
Shelf junk.
Yeah, it's a massive conch shell. Do you think there's a little crab living inside?
I hope so.
Ik denk het niet. Klok?
It's a barometer.
Barometer?
It's broken.
I've never seen a barometer that wasn't broken.
Oké, ik denk dat we deze kamer
It's Earth.
If Earth was made of paper and
wel
gave off a
aardig
gentle cold light.
dan doorzocht hebben.
Ja.
Dan stel ik voor dat we hier weer een checkpoint gaan maken. Want we hebben nu dus de crime scene gezien.
Ja,
En hebben we Felix's room.
de workshop. Staat daar. Daar is een hele grote
Ja,
kaart.
oké, dat is goed. De workshop. Onderzoek gedaan, Felix ontmoet, weer wat dingen geleerd, clues gevonden. Een schatkaartpuzzel op professionele wijze opgelost. In de volgende video de volgende ruimte, denk ik.
Denk ik ook.
Graag tot dan!